Hey everyone, Dustin here from LawAtYourSide.com, where we provide real legal help when you really need it. Did you get a letter in the mail saying something about a QME or a qualified medical examiner or a state doctor, something like that? Today I'm going to tell you what that means and why it's an important part of your case. So a QME is called a qualified medical examiner. It's a doctor who has passed certain requirements by the state of California to be put on the QME list, a qualified medical examiner list. Now what this means is if you got injured at work and maybe the workers' comp insurance accepted your case or they denied your case, either way, you're generally entitled to request what's called a QME, a qualified medical examiner. So the doctors that you treat with in the workers' compensation system, especially if they are in the workers' comp medical provider network, they tend to be a little bit biased against you. Not all doctors are like that, but a lot of them are, and they'll try to send you back to work too early. They won't do proper testing. They won't give proper physical therapy. And the reason for that is because they are pressured by the insurance company to get you back to work, to say that you can go back to work, to say that nothing's wrong and go back to work. If they provide too much treatment, or they have you off work for too long, or the reports say that you have a high amount of disability, many times these doctors can get kicked out of these medical provider networks. It's a very political game, and unfortunately you, as an injured worker, get caught in between. The system's supposed to be designed to help you, but there's a lot of politics in it that unfortunately are not in your favor. So what we like to do always on our cases is request a qualified medical examiner. And I say always, but not always, but 90-95% of the time. Request a qualified medical examiner. And what that doctor is they tend to be more neutral. They're not in the insurance company's pockets. Their livelihood is not at the expense of the insurance company. They tend to be a little more neutral, and they pass certain requirements to issue proper reports about your injuries in the workers' compensation system. So what happens is you'll go to an exam with a qualified medical examiner. That examiner will spend a few hours with you, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever it may be, and they'll do a full evaluation. They'll look at all your prior medical records, they'll look at the application, and they'll write a report. Depending on the doctor, they'll write good reports. Some doctors write poor reports. But most of the time, you'll get a decent report or a good report that'll go through your injury, say how your injury was caused, what your disability is, and justifying why your disability percentage is what it is. So it's an important part of your case. And the reason is it will often determine the value of your case. So if the state doctor, the QME, says that you're 10% disabled, the value of your case is going to be around that mark, the 10% disability mark, and 10% equals a certain dollar amount in the workers' compensation system. If the state doctor says you're 40% disabled, 40% equals a different dollar amount in the workers' compensation system. So the valuation of your case is largely dependent on what that QME doctor says, so it's an important part of your case. Now, let me tell you how the process of that works. So what happens is you can't just request a QME. You can't just say, I want to go to this QME. You can't go to any QME that you want. You have to file what we do is we send a letter objecting to the treating doctor saying we want to go to a QME doctor. We wait about 2 weeks, and then we request one from this online system. And what that does is we select a specialty, and the online system in the state of California randomly finds 3 QME doctors in that specialty near your zip code. So they try to find the three doctors randomly within a certain geographical region of where you live, and they'll issue 3 doctors' names, okay? So what we'll do is we look at the 3 doctors and we try to find out which doctor tends to be more favorable for applicants. And there's a listserv that we're a part of that we can look, and these doctors have shown up thousands of times before, and all the applicant attorneys sort of help each other out to determine who's good, who's bad, who writes good reports, who writes bad reports, who's fair, who's not fair. So we try to find the ones that are typically unfair or biased against applicants, and we will strike that doctor's name. We'll put an X through it, say we don't want this doctor. Then we send this list to the insurance company, and the insurance company gets the same opportunity. They can look at the list, and there'll be 2 doctors left, and they choose which of the 2 doctors they want to strike. So they'll strike one, and then usually there's 1 remaining doctor left, and we will schedule an appointment with that doctor. There's different ways that process can be delayed. Not to go into all that now, but workers' comp, things can delay a case. Little things can really delay it a long time, unfortunately. But generally speaking, that's what will happen. After that name is selected, we will set up an appointment. That appointment usually occurs within the next 2 months. You, the injured worker, go to that appointment. You'll do the evaluation, and the doctor will send us the report within 30 days after that appointment. After we get the report, we can see what he says and then more properly evaluate the value of your case. So QME is a very important part of your case. It often determines the value of your case. It's very important that you attend your QME evaluation if you have one. You should not skip that. It's not like just a normal doctor visit where you can call in and change it and skip it. And they often are setting months ahead of time. So if you miss it or something happens, you're going to have to wait another couple months, and it's just going to delay your case even more. So that's what a QME is. That's what the Qualified Medical Examiner process is. Now, how long does the QME process take? Well, we send the letter out. We wait 2 weeks. We request a state doctor from the online system. We send our strike. We have to wait another 10 to 15 days for the insurance company to strike. And then after that, we can set the appointment. So by the time all that initial stuff happens, by the time the mailing goes back and forth, it can sometimes take a month to a month and a half to get it all squared away, straightened out. Then we set the doctor's appointment. They're setting at least maybe 1 month out, but hopefully before 2 months out. So that's another 1 to 2 months added on. Then after you go to the state doctor, you gotta wait 30 days for the report. So that's another month. So we're looking at 3 months minimum usually, sometimes 4, even 5 months for start to finish, which is why we like to start that process very early on in the case, because we know it's gonna take 5 months before the whole process is completed at least. And sometimes there's complications with the state doctor process. For example, if the state doctor that's selected is not scheduling an appointment within 60 days, either party can strike that doctor. And if that happens, it delays the whole process again, because now we have to mail in a request to this thing called the medical unit for a new set of 3 doctors. That medical unit will send it back about a month and a half later sometimes, and then we do the whole strike process again, and then hopefully the last remaining doctor is scheduling within 60 days, and then we can set the appointment at that time. But as you can see, that's just going to delay the case another 2, sometimes 3 months. Doesn't always happen. In fact, most of the time it does not happen, but it can happen. It is somewhat common. So thank you so much for watching that video. If this video helps you, please click the like button below and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want a free consultation or for us to help you on your workers' comp case, please give us a call at the number below, and we'll be more than happy to discuss it with you.